everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Her Game, Her Voice, the podcast. I'm Kindal Gain and I'm with
Farah Abdullah.
And today we're going to be talking about women's inclusion in sports furthermore and the role of women in sports. So Farah, would you like to tell us what sports have you played growing up?
Okay, growing up I played a lot of sports. My parents really wanted me to be in many different sports. I played Taekwondo was my main sport.
Impressive.
Thank you. I played gymnastics. I did swimming. I did parkour. I did a lot of things.
That's amazing. So we can tell that you played a lot of sports growing up. Do you think that playing a lot of sports has shaped you into the person you are today, or has it had, let's say, an effect on you now?
It definitely has had an effect on me because I think doing sports just depends on the sport, but some sports can be like teaching you teamwork, but most of the sports I played were individual. They gave me confidence and they made me determined to like reach my goals when I had competitions in these sports.
All right, so you told us that you play Taekwondo.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us more details about it?
Sure. Well, first of all, Taekwondo is one of the oldest styles of martial arts. It's originated in Korea, and the word, like this, Taekwondo, the word Tae stands for kick, the word Kwon, like fist or punch, and Do is the art of. So it's the art of a kick or a punch or fist.
So we can conclude that Taekwondo was one of your favorite sports
Definitely,
playing
yes.
out of
I can say it's my favorite sport, yes.
So I want to dive deeper into detail, and I want to know, how did your family and friends react when you started practicing this martial arts in particular?
Well, my family was very supportive. My family were actually who encouraged me to start this. Friends, I don't think my friends really acknowledged that I was in Taekwondo. But when people did find out, they were definitely shocked because it's more of a male-dominated sport. So
now, speaking on that specifically, do you think that you had any limitations because you were a girl?
I think that it was very hard to be in such a sport because, first of all, there weren't many girls in like the class that I was taking, and there wasn't any role model that I could look up to and say, oh, I want to be like her, you know?
Do you think that maybe now further generations, do you think that people are going to change and start have more awareness?
I definitely think people are like learning more about women inclusion in sports, and they're educating themselves, and they're no longer male-dominated sports or female-dominated sports. I think sports are for everyone.
So do you think you playing sports definitely gave you an image or an idea that this is something that should be pursued for women and young girls around the world?
Yes, I think pursuing any sport that you like can give you so many like skills and can give you confidence. It can give you so many things that are essential in growing up and just life. I think young women should have the opportunity to pursue any sports that they want to.
True. So right now, as Farah,
yes,
do you think that there are more academies or more people trying to pursue teaching and learning regarding the Vision 2030?
Definitely. I think the Vision 2030 has made a lot of people more aware of how crucial sports are for young adults, especially young females. I think that this vision has given people the more open-mindedness to pursue things that they really wanted to pursue.
Now, I know a few people who have played a huge part regarding the inclusion of women in sports. We have, personalities such as Princess Rima bin Bandar.
Yes.
She was actually previously in the Ministry of Sports, and she felt like there weren't enough women that were included in it.
Yes.
Not either as working or either they were playing the sports itself, but she felt like she needed to make a change. Are you excited about the changes in the future or the stuff regarding the vision and what's there?
I'm so excited to see like what the future holds for women inclusion in sports. Like you said, Princess Rima is one of my like role models. I think that in the coming years that females will be much more included in sports due to the Vision 2030.
Obviously, it's going to be more normalized, I feel like, in the future.
Yes.
Right now, there's definitely a slight change. You have two types of people. You have the people who are against it and the people who are supportive of this idea.
Definitely.
Do you feel like there's going to be less people who are against it in the future?
I think that there will. I really hope so, because I don't think that you should restrict your abilities due to limitations.
Exactly,
Yes.
yes. All right. Now you mentioned Princess Ema. You said that she was your role model, and I honestly couldn't agree more. Not only is she an inspiring personality to girls such as our age or girls around the world, but she has made so many significant changes.
Yes.
Now, what do you think that there's a lack of more inclusion of women in sports?
Well, I think that people are gradually becoming more aware of the importance to women inclusion in sports.
Definitely.
Yes, like I've seen so many more girls pursuing sports that are male dominated.
Exactly.
Yes, like football and even Taekwondo. I've seen many young girls participate, and it just makes me really proud of them because I think it's really important.
It's important for the growing of the country.
Yeah, for the girls, it
Exactly.
really
It gives them more confidence.
exactly, and I love to see girls in international competitions, so young girls can have role models.
Exactly.
Yes.
Now, speaking of international competitions,
Yes.
recently the Paris Olympics have been held.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how proud are you to see girls from your own country participate in
I'm
places
more
such
than
as this?
exhilarated. Honestly, 10. Because I love to see girls participating, and I think it's crucial for the growth of the country, for the Vision 2030, which really
It's one of the points.
yes,
that
one of
they're
the main
trying to
pillars.
see.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, Farah, that's all the questions I have for you today. Although
Yes.
I would love to know about the medals that you have displayed over here.
Sure, let me show you. I only bought a couple of the trophies and the medals. I couldn't get all of them. But
Unfortunately.
I got this one. I got it when I got my red belt. That's the first one. And then I got this one when I got my purple belt. And I got this one when I got my green belt.
Now, do you have these displayed in your room or around the
Definitely,
house?
yes,
You
in my
just
room.
like to put it
Yeah.
to prove, like, oh wow, I did.
Yeah, like
this.
I did that.
Yeah, exactly.
And let me show you some of the medals here. I have this one I got when I got my yellow belt, which is only the second belt.
Okay.
And then,
So depending on the color,
yes,
depends on the level.
exactly. And then blue, I got this for when I finished my blue belt. But that one is the most special to me. It's
Really? Would you
Yes.
like to tell us why?
Sure, I got this one when I got my black belt. Look, on the back it says White Tiger Taekwondo and then the name of my coach. Yes.
Okay, I'm honestly really impressed with the medals
Thank
that you
you.
have. And you said that you got this when you got your black belt.
Yes, I did.
I would really like to know about your black
Okay, sure. Let me tell you about my
Mind
black
if I
belt.
see it?
Okay, sure. First of all, here it says White Tiger
Okay.
Taekwondo, and it says the name of my coach. And then when you untie it,
It's really long.
yes,
Why though? How many times do you need to wrap
you
it?
wrap it around twice.
Twice, okay.
Yes. And
Here.
here it says my full name and my name in Korean, actually.
Really?
Yes, my coach had it made when
Embroidered,
I
yes, yeah.
when I won.
All right. Now you said after receiving your black belt, you receive also a card of identification.
Yes.
Do you mind explaining?
Sure. This card, you get it when you get your black belt. It's kind of like to show that you're certified.
Right.
Yes, I was very young in the picture, but
Yeah, you look really cute.
Thank you. So
Now,
that's
we
all.
can see that we have Taekwondo players behind us. This was during the Paris Olympics.
Yes.
And
I
it
was
looks like
actually-
a really difficult
Yeah,
sport.
it
How did you
is.
manage?
I had a lot of practice.
You
I would go
definitely
in like 4 times a week for
Really?
a couple of hours. Yes.
Great.
But I love to see women included in sports because I didn't have a role model like this when I was
So you're
younger.
glad that girls in the future
yes,
have that
exactly.
set role model for
Yes.
them. Now, last thing.
Yes.
I'm really confused about the colors in Taekwondo.
Okay.
What color does each one represent?
Okay, so the first belt you get when you join Taekwondo is the white belt. Each time you learn a new trick, basically white is like the first level. So when you learn your first trick,
Intermediate.
yes.
Yes.
When you learn your first trick, you get a white tape on your white belt. When you learn another trick, you get another color. Let me show you here.
Alright.
The first color I ever got, white.
White,
That's when
yeah,
I
I can see
learned
that.
the first kick.
So these are the different levels.
Yes. Here on each side of the belt, like here I have
Represents-
6. Yes. And then here I have the other ones.
What do these ones represent? Are they harder than a black belt or are they easier?
No, these are definitely easier than a black belt. This was the first stage. You go white, and then you get each of the colors depending on the tricks you like. Okay.
Yes.
So I was telling you that I was very proud when I got my first white sticker on my white belt.
I would be proud if I was you too.
Yes, I
honestly.
had learned my first kick, and so each of these I learned either a punch or a kick. When I finished all of these, all of the tricks in the first level, which is the white level, I was upgraded to a yellow belt when I got this medal.
So that's like the second level.
Yes, that's the second belt. And then you progressively, like there are many colors, like there's purple, blue, green, orange, until you get to the black belt.
That's really impressive, and considering you were how old at the
I
time?
was 5 or 6.
Honestly,
Yes.
very impressive.
Thank you.
Farah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time.
Me too. And before you do leave,
Yes.
I would like for you to give a piece of advice to women and girls around the world.
Okay, sure. A piece of advice I would like to share to all women around the world is if you have an opportunity to pursue any sport, I think you should go ahead without looking back, because it can build self-confidence, self-esteem, and it can really shape your character and your future. I think being in sports has so many benefits to women around the world. Remember, your game, your voice. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I had a wonderful time.
I did too. Thank you for being here. And thank you all for watching. I hope that our message was delivered. And I hope that women around the world are going to be able to seize the opportunity of doing whatever they want and realize that the world is limitless and we shouldn't set boundaries for ourselves. Thank you for being here on Her Game, Her Voice, the podcast.